So Toyotaro is making some moves. This is breaking news in the Dragon Ball Super space, the Dragon Ball Super community. It is pertaining to the manga, and honestly, I would not have believed it if I had not seen it for myself. And it has huge repercussions as to the future of the manga itself and what kind of story Toyotaro is wanting to tell. Like, this is something that he just did. This is news that just dropped, and I'm going to not only explain to you guys what just happened, but I'm going to do my damn best to explain the magnitude of what this means for the Dragon Ball Super story going forward. And I'm honestly still like gagged by what just happened. Like, this is, for someone who's such a huge manga fan and has been for many years, an expert in the stories that fan mangas can tell, I'm so excited to see something like this coming together. And I'm going to tell you guys everything that's going on right now. Huge shout out to my fans, anybody who is here every single day, part of the Black Squad, dropping likes, commenting, all that stuff. You guys are awesome. Let's jump in. A Dragon Ball fan manga creator called Tablos AF posted this on social media, on Twitter. Announcement: repercussions of Toyotaro's like on X. The social impact of this fact has been so great that some Japanese accounts have contacted me to explain the silent influence that I generate in Dragon Ball, encourage me to continue with my work even if it is not officially recognized, which is like really funny. Huge amounts of information just in that statement alone, but I can already see you scratching your head. Who the hell is Tablos AF, and why should anybody that is focused on just the Dragon Ball Super manga really care, or even just Dragon Ball Super in general? Well, let me explain. Have you guys ever seen this image right here? Be honest, let me know in the comment section below. Have you seen this image in the past? Have you seen this image in the present? Because if you've seen this image before, if you've seen this image like way back when before, you understand its influence on the Dragon Ball fan space. This, for many people, for many years, decades even, was Super Saiyan 5 Goku. This won awards throughout multiple magazine contests, and it was submitted kind of like under the radar without really having the artist's knowledge, because the artist made this art when he was 17. So this is something that he just kind of made, put it out there, and didn't think that he was going to get anything for it. Years went by and he realized how big it had actually gotten. And obviously you're connecting the dots here. Tablos AF is the creator of this artwork right here. But let me go even further. This artwork right here is the whole reason Super Saiyan 5 exists. This is the main reason that every single creator was making Super Saiyan 5 a thing after Dragon Ball had ended, because they seen this image and they took the example of what Super Saiyan 5 looks like and posted art and storylines around it, spawning the main Dragon Ball AF creators that we all know and love: Malik Torihane, Young Gigi, and Toyotaro. These creators made Dragon Ball AF based on this artwork that said Dragon Ball AF. Meaning that when Toyotaro is silently reaching out to Tablos AF, he is reaching out to the guy that literally basically gave him the job for Dragon Ball Super's manga. Because without Toyotaro's version of Dragon Ball AF with Psycor, like, I would doubt that he would get the job being Toriyama's second. Now, why did Toyotaro even reach out to Tablos? Because Tablos drew this artwork showing both of them and their designs, their main characters, their versions of the story of Dragon Ball AF. It was a celebratory piece for Toyotaro's work on the Dragon Ball Super manga from Tablos AF, and that is why Toyotaro is now silently reaching out to Tablos. In the earliest known record of the image purported to be Super Saiyan 5 Goku, drawn by David Montiel Franco, also known as Tablos AF, in the May 1999 issue of the Spanish magazine Hobby Consolas. By October 2000, a specialized website called Majin.com posted the Spirit Killer Tablos drawing as a new Super Saiyan 5 Goku, claiming that Dragon Ball AF was a real thing. On November of that same year, the website administrators apologized and said that they were tricked by a con artist. After that, and since Majin.com was in English and the misinformation virtualized all over the World Wide Web, in the end, a lot of fans, remarkably Toyotaro, then known as Toyo, and Young Gigi, based their own fan art and fan fiction on this fan-made rumor. This is how Super Saiyan 5 was born, by artwork from Tablos, created solely for fun and then used for inspiration by the entire well-known Dragon Ball fan manga community that we see to this day. To the point where Toyotaro, who works on Dragon Ball Super, was influenced by this guy. Tablos, who's still creating Dragon Ball fan manga till this day with his Dragon Ball After series. So the ramifications for this sort of partnership is that Toyotaro, is literally bringing the Avengers together. He is bringing the elite, the Dragon Ball fan manga creators that have been pushing and holding us together since the 2000s. Like Toyo is basically making his own Justice League at this point by creating a group of thinkers that have been making Dragon Ball content for almost 2 decades, such as we just saw it right here with Tablos. Who's next? Young Gigi? Will they reach out to Kakume? Like, there are just infinite directions that this could go in such positive ways that it makes you think that Toyotaro and what just happened with Akira Toriyama, it is really making him think on the future of Dragon Ball. And knowing that he needs to really bring his A game when it comes to being the sole creator of the Dragon Ball Super manga, he is going to need some help. And so he's asking for help, or at least he's acknowledging other creators and showing them love and possibly bringing them silently into these projects in the future. And I think it's really wild that the creator that he mainly focused to highlight is the guy that created Super Saiyan 5, which we can all agree here that Ultra Instinct Goku is essentially, basically, honestly, let's just say it, he's influenced by Super Saiyan 5 too, with his white hair and his godly power. Like, he is definitely influenced by Super Saiyan 5. So you have somebody who basically created Ultra Instinct Goku's aesthetic, the Super Saiyan 5 aesthetic, and put Dragon Ball AF, a story after Dragon Ball GT, on the map when we're in a pivotal point in Dragon Ball Super's manga where we need to be moving forward, and we're at the very end of the superhero arc, and we should be getting to the end of Z by now. Toyotaro and Tablos' friendship and their partnership, potential partnership, could influence the future of the Dragon Ball Super storyline. Now, of course, I would want it to still remain somewhat lighthearted, somewhat run-of-the-mill. We can have daily episodes of just the characters going by their daily business. That's perfectly fine, and I want to see more of that day-to-day, but it sounds like Toyotaro may be diving deeper into his fan manga roots, and we may be going back to some edgy ass Dragon Ball like we got back in, I would say, the edgiest part of Dragon Ball Z maybe was the Cell arc. So maybe we might be getting something like that. We may be getting some concepts and influences from Dragon Ball AF, or even Tablos' version of Dragon Ball AF, or Young Gigi's version of Dragon Ball AF, or even Malik Torihane's Dragon Ball version. So there's so many different things that could happen with this, and it's really up in the air, but I cannot wait to see what happens next. But let me know, guys, in the comments below if you guys want to know more information about this backstory on Super Saiyan 5 and its origins, because it gets a lot deeper and a lot more crazy. I kind of just brushed the surface on this, but let me know if you guys are interested in that. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.